Good afternoon. Today we're going to start with journaling. It's very important to set your intentions. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to teach you how to prepare for law school. I personally like to journal using the traditional method of handwriting into a small-sized notebook. I also take my notes this way in class, as I found it helps with memorization. I'll do a video on note-taking, but for now, attached at the bottom of the video is an article of a scientific study proving this theory. A clip of the article states that note-taking increases the degree to which a person attends to the text by actively engaging the reader with the material to be learned. In my journal, I'll notate that I've just received my syllabus for each of my classes, my required textbooks for each of my classes, and my first day reading assignments. Journaling allows me to be more prepared by keeping my thoughts organized and working more efficiently. It's also really satisfying to check completed tasks off the list, as I'm able to achieve set goals, and it really enhances my critical thinking. I highly recommend this step before starting a task. Step 2. Reviewing the syllabus. Your syllabus is basically your introduction to your professor. You want to read through your syllabus carefully so you know what your professor wants from you. For instance, you want to know their policies, their basic course information, and most importantly, the course goals. Here I have the syllabus uploaded to the app Notability. I use this app to organize all my classes into categories and then upload papers related to each course. I'll do a video on Notability shortly. I like to brief myself with the topics for the course by looking at the professor's course goals and notating the corresponding chapters in the textbook's table of contents. The course goals in the syllabus will alert you to the important chapters in your textbook. This is important to read carefully over because your professor may not cover every chapter in the textbook. I personally keep a separate journal for my cases. Here's a tip. To get ahead, because you know what cases are going to be covered, it helps a lot to write the case titles down in your case journal. From there, you can brief yourself on the case holdings. I'll do a video on how I prefer to brief my cases, but I will touch on it later on in this video. Step 3. Completing your first assignment. As mentioned earlier in the video, I like to handwrite for memorization. I also find it extremely helpful to use the multi-subject notebooks to write. It helps greatly in reducing the load I have to carry and keeping all my notes in one place. You also want a good writing pen. I'll link the pen I'm using in the description below. And I highly recommend this book holder. It's great for keeping your posture intact during long hours of studying. I'll also link this book holder below. My note-taking process for law school is as follows. Because law school generally uses the Socratic method, I highlight and notate definitions, historical facts, and opinions that frame important legal theories. When I get to my cases, I notate the court, the date, the holdings, dicta, the arguments, the reasoning, the dissent, etc. I'm actually working on a more in-depth video on how I brief my cases to come. Once I've gotten the reason why this case is seminal, I recite all the important facts I've gathered about the case to prepare for possible recitation. I repeat these steps for all of my courses. First, you want to journal the task ahead for organization, clarity, and focus. Second, read the syllabus so you know what your professor wants. And third, complete the assignment, then make sure to recite the cases to yourself before class. Thanks for listening, guys. Subscribe, like, and comment on what you'd like me to cover next. Talk to you later. Bye.